Add myself to the stage. Welcome to Black America the Beautiful. I am Nija, and I usually what I've been doing is reading cards on my Twitter before I start the live, but I feel like um I need to share on the YouTube what I'm finding in the cards. What I've been saying on my Twitter is that Walter feels like he has to defend himself and he's up against like a whole lot of people in the public just making up stuff, trying to form a narrative around him that he does not believe is true. But I think he wants you to focus on the success. I think Mr. Walter, just like a lot of old Black folks, have been working hard their whole life and they just want to sit down. They don't want to have to work too hard. You know what I mean? Like he's in the perfect position in his mind. He probably feels like all I got to do is what I be doing around my friends and my family. Like if that's all I have to do, then that's all I want to do. Like he's getting paid. I know he's getting paid because I see this keeps coming out. I'm not really pulling cards. I'm just like reading the energy in through my intuition. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles keeps coming out. He's self-sufficient. He's confident. He's working on his own. He's Walter feels like he's doing it. And I feel like y'all are like trying to get in his business and he don't like it. And this is this is confirmation, Ace of Swords. But I've always felt this way. I always felt this way. I felt like this is the thing. When of course all of us we want him to be doing good. All of us we looking at him as Unc. He ain't really Unc. He more like granddaddy, in my opinion. He's not Unc. But we want him to be taken care of. We want him to be happy. We want him to be making all the money that he's supposed to be making. You know what I mean? And people are projecting how they feel onto him. They don't know his situation. And what I've noticed is they don't want to get into his situation because it could be for any reason. We don't know Walt. We know him as Mr. Tendernism. This man is probably 80 years old. He's lived a whole life. There's probably things about him that happened in his past that he don't even want to get out. You know what I mean? Like I feel like the more people dig and dig and dig, it's like exposing him. And he doesn't want that. He wants things to stay how they are. I think that the guy who owns Destination Smokehouse, I think that they do have a good camaraderie together. They say they're brothers. That's their business. That's not none of my business. But I don't believe that Walt thinks that he could have been as successful on his own without this man. And that might be true. That might be true. But one thing that I don't like, and this is not something that I'm seeing in the cards at all, I don't like that people are trying to force they're trying to force a life onto this man that he clearly does not want. He does not want y'all to be forcing this life onto him. And what I mean is this life, y'all want him to be a business owner. Y'all want him to own his own restaurant. I don't think Walt wants to do any of that. I think Walt likes the way that things are, and he's old. No old person wants to be 80 years old and starting a business. They don't want to start. I think that this dude, I think his name is Nick Yepremian. Yep. I don't know. I don't know where he's from, but clearly he probably comes from some Ellis Island people. I think that he set up Walt pretty good. I don't think Walt is the pitmaster. I don't think he works in the restaurant. I think he is really just an ambassador at this point, and he's getting paid very well. I think that he's getting paid so well that that little $4,000 tip that Keith Lee was trying to give him really didn't mean nothing to him. Now, we're gonna watch the video that they did with Willie D. We're gonna watch it because I was picking up on like some body language cues, but I could be wrong. I want to see if y'all see what I see. I think that Walter is being handled, and sometimes people need to be handled. That's all I'm gonna say. And I think that the people that need to be handled know that they need to be handled. And when they feel like they're in good hands, they don't want to compromise what they have going on. I don't know what the business is with them, but I think that Walt is being taken care of very well. And he has to do minimal work. I feel like all he has to do is show up, do the little tendernism thing, and he gets paid and he gets to go home. And sometimes that should be good enough. I wish I could do the same thing. A lot of people, he does not have to work as hard as he used to. I'm telling y'all, these cards showed me. Let me pull it again. Let me see it again. These cards already show that he has been. I mean, of course, we can all assume that he's been working hard his whole life and didn't go nowhere, because I don't know how they met, him and the dude Nick, because he had the place was a coffee shop um before Walter got involved. It was a coffee shop. See, King of Wands. This keeps showing up too. King of Wands. This is Walter. Walter is the King of Wands. He is holding all of the fire. He has the inspiration. He has all of the creativity. The Fool in Judgment. With this, I'm getting like he don't want to take a leap of faith out on his own, and he's fine where he is. It's not like it's putting him in a situation where he doesn't really want to be in. I think he's fine where he is. He thinks he's fine where he is. Can he make more money if he went on his own? Absolutely. There's also some more things about this judgment card that I'm seeing, and it's about that trademark. You know what? Another thing that I'm getting with this, there's a lot of things that he does not know about running a business. There's a lot of things that he does not know about running a business. There's a lot of things that he just doesn't know about money and things like that. So him having somebody there that does is very helpful for him. And if he can just show up, make his money, do what he needs to do, he doesn't really want to get all into the particulars of things. And I think this really has to do with that trademark. Somebody trademarked tendernism on his behalf, but he didn't know about it. And it's a lawyer that did that, and the lawyer is waiting for. He's been trying to get in contact with Walt. He's been waiting for Walt to reach out to him about it. And that's a very, very important thing for Walt to have, and it's good that people are looking out for him, because there's a lot of things that he doesn't know about. Like, I don't think he would have known to trademark tendernism. I don't think he would have known that. But yeah, Walt is the King of Wands in this situation. And I mean, the high priestess, this could be Nick, the owner, his handler. He could be the high priestess. He's the one that knows everything. He's the one that's keeping charge of everything. He's the one that's getting um yeah, Knight of Cups. I think they worked out a deal together. They're in cahoots. They're in cahoots. I don't think that Nick is taking advantage of him financially, even though he's pretty much the face of the brand and he's the reason why people are coming to the restaurant. I don't think he's I don't think he's screwing him over at all. But I think this is more like the public. Everybody's worried because they don't know what's really going on. Everybody's worried because they don't really know what's going on. And I mean, I feel like Walt just wants everybody to mind their business. He wants y'all to lay it to rest. Give it a rest. I'm making money. I'm happy. We're working together. We're working together. I'm fine with the way things are. Yeah. He's happy with the way things are. He feels like he's in control. So everybody else should just mind their motherfucking business. But I always felt that way. I felt like everybody just need to leave him alone. But we're going to watch. Oh, I found this video. And I found it very interesting because I don't remember when we became aware of Walt. I feel like it was like maybe over the summer last year. We haven't known him for that long, but I saw something on Twitter. People were like, "Oh, well, we didn't even know who the owner was. Now he's feeling jealous because Walter is getting all of this fame or whatever," and that could be very well true. But they were making videos together on their own social media long time ago. So this isn't a new thing. I feel like they probably started off as like Amos and Andy or something. You know what I mean? Like they were just two friends their shtick was like two friends, one playing good cop, bad cop type of thing, like that type of chemistry. That's what I think. And Walter just became the more popular one of the duo. So we're gonna watch this video.
Walt and I became together and we became partners after about 4 years of working with each other. He's the only reason why this place does barbecue. He's the original pitmaster, recipe maker, everything. I owe him everything, that's why he became a partner. When I took over the cooking, because
he became his own pilot when he came up with stuff. I want to be like me, I want to be better than me. So he got busy. It called whistle. Booyah! Now what I'm trying to tell y'all, okay, you ain't got to believe me. Stop that. Ain't that.
Walt and I became together and we became partners.
Okay, we're gonna watch that again. Because first of all, Walt sounds drunk. Walt sounds drunk. Like I can't understand nothing that Walt is saying. Walt sounds drunk. So he might need a handler. He might need somebody to look out for him. And you know what? It's that generation of people. It's that generation. Maybe if he was about 30, 40 years younger, I would agree with y'all. Like, oh, he should have his own restaurant. He could work with somebody. There's probably hundreds of people that want to work with him, want to invest in him. If Walt was younger, they would probably try to franchise Tendernism and his recipes. He'd have cookbooks. He'd have his own barbecue sauce. He'd probably have his own line of barbecue pits, all of that. because this man is gold. This man is gold. And I don't know if that's what Nick knew in the beginning, but I think Nick knew that he had some type of knowledge that he didn't have, and he believed in Walt. Now, I know that it's gonna be people like, oh, she came for the white man, blah 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 blah. No, I think I'm seeing this situation for really for what it is, and I do believe that this dude Nick might be looking out for him. Is he probably taking more off the top? Possibly. I don't know. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay, we're gonna watch it one more time because I couldn't understand anything that Walt was saying, but I did understand that what the dude Nick said. He said that they are partners, and that's what he keeps saying. He keeps saying they're partners in the business. Now, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. It could mean that they have a LLC. You know what? What business are they partners in? Is it the social media business? I don't know if it's Destination Smokehouse, but do they have another business on the side that they work together on? And they're partners in? I'm not sure. We're gonna keep digging deep, but we're gonna watch this one.
Walt and I became together and we became partners after about 4 years of working with each other. He's the only reason why this place does barbecue. He's the original pitmaster, recipe maker, everything. I owe him everything. That's why he became a partner.
You see that? All the recipes are his. He was the original pitmaster. They wouldn't even be a barbecue restaurant if it wasn't for him. They were selling coffee before. So, what do we think about that? What do we think about that? He says that he owes the entire business to Walter. So, in my opinion, they might actually be in partners behind the scenes in, financially in the paperwork. That's what I think. I know there's been people that have been trying to like search and see if his name is on some type of documentation. There could be some type of secret LLC that they're in partnership with. I'm not sure. I'm not digging that deep.
Took over the cooking because
he came his own pilot when he came up with stuff. I want to be like me. I want to be better than me. So he got busy and called whiskey. Booyah! Now what I'm
Walter is so obviously drunk. I'm about to get my baby some water. I'll be right back. We're gonna take a break. Sorry, y'all. She needed some water. Anyways, yeah, Walter. I think Walter may be hitting the bottle. So yeah. The best video that I actually saw on this was Fawcett. I don't really like his content, but it came across my feed, and I thought it was a pretty good video. Oh, let's watch this because this is I want to see what people are saying about it. Oh, and another thing about the whole tip thing. I think Keith Lee didn't know. You see, like for example, you see how people act on. You see how people. Whoop. Oh shoot! I don't want y'all to fall on me, but it looked like I'm leaning. Okay. So I think what happened with the tip. Keith Lee thinks that Walter is working in the restaurant. Walter is not working in that restaurant. He is not the pitmaster any longer. He is not making any of the barbecue. He probably teaches the people that work there how to make the barbecue. I'm sure Walter would have taken the $4,000 and been happy with it. He, of course, who's going to turn down money? Nobody's especially not that much. But I think Nick tried to get into Walter's head and been like, oh, well, you're a partner in this business. You're a business owner. What are you going to do with $4,000? That's insulting. That's what I think happened. And we're gonna see on the Willie D interview, because it seemed like when they started talking about how he was supposed to get that money, he seemed like very uneasy about it. But I want to see what these people are talking about. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit since y'all don't want to go on YouTube and watch me on YouTube. See if y'all can hear these videos.
You can't say you love me on camera. I love you, boy.
Why you need him to say it on camera so bad? Because you know you messed up?
Go on social media to offer a tip to a business owner was crazy. That was the other thing too, is like he really thinks Walt is like this helpless guy.
Yeah, you see that? That was very manipulative. And the way Walt moved out of the camera, like I could not see his face. But when he said that, it seemed like Walter is still like, dang, I wish I had that money. You know what I mean? But he's trying to kick it to Walter like, you're a business owner. That's insulting. He thinks that you're helpless. You know what I mean?
Guy who needs his help. How are you going to tip a business owner? Tip the whole staff.
To find negative in someone tipping you as a business owner is weird, as if that's not something that Keith Lee regularly does. And then to insinuate that someone doesn't need or deserve the tip because they're not a struggling old man is also weird. Is giving you're mad that the money wasn't offered to you, as you've clearly explained, because you're mad it wasn't offered to the entire staff. And then to post you sending him back home at the airport, it's not a good look. I don't care if he did have a prior arrangement that he needed to attend to. You're never coming back from this. You're not.
You can't say you love me on camera.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I think there is some type of friction because of this, and it's mainly because the way Black people do things, white people don't really understand it, especially him. I feel like he might be from some Ellis Island people, or maybe some people that came in after. His people could have came here in the 80s. They don't understand how Black people do things. And because Keith Lee was snubbed, and Keith Lee is so loved in our community, we're going to automatically look at Walter in Destination Smokehouse like they were the ones that caused it, because we've already vetted Keith Lee. We trust Keith Lee, but it seems like them treating him a certain way makes us look at Destination Smokehouse and think that there are some things happening there that we wouldn't approve of. And that's why everybody is fixating on Walter's treatment. Because at the end of the day, like he said, he might feel like he's being treated well, but this situation might have even made him look at it a little more closely. Like, maybe this person that's my partner is keeping me away from other opportunities because he is looking at these opportunities like they might not be good enough, or they're not good enough for me. But really, these opportunities don't include him because he's not of my culture. That's another way that I'm looking at it. But I don't really want to pull cards on that because I don't want to get deep up in his business. Like, that's not my, I'm not trying to get all up in his business, but I just wanted to get like a feel for the energy around it. But I do believe that the more that the public digs deep into it because they don't trust the situation, they're, alleging that there could be some abuse involved, some taking advantage of. I think that it's making Walter look bad. And he doesn't need this. All this is doing is compromising his own business and his own brand. And that's why I really feel like people just need to let it go and leave him alone. Because if he is being mistreated and abused, we'll find out. And if he isn't, he's fine. But I think the allegations are making him look really bad. Okay.
The owner of Tendernism and Destination Smokehouse forgot an old adage: if it's not broke, then don't try to fix it. Fuck is you doing? You had the perfect situation. You had Unc out in the front. He's watching the bones, meat falling off. We're looking at him. We're interested. We like his swag. You're getting money. Lines are around the corner. It's beautiful. But then you fall for the same thing that so many others fall for. Wanting to be famous. Wanting to be in front of the camera, which is odd, sir, because it's not giving. You look like a bully. I know you're trying not to, but standing all over top of Unc and talking too much rubs niggas the wrong way. The reason why we liked Unc, though.
Oh my God. I feel like the music that she's playing in this video is making it even funnier. I like her. I'm gonna subscribe. She's funny to me.
It was very important for you to understand. He reminded us of somebody in our family. Somebody like his drink. Somebody that know how to cook. Somebody know how to cuss somebody out.
Oh, I'm losing my head. This lady is so funny because she said everything I said. This Walter like to drink. Walter probably still smoke weed. Ooh, I gotta rewind that.
Drink. Somebody that know how to cook is the wrong way. The reason why we like.
And right, that's the same thing I said. Everybody's being rubbed the wrong way because like we know how we do things. Nick don't know how we do things. So he's messing everything up because he's trying to micromanage Walter in every single situation. You know what I mean? And I think that at first Walter was probably like happy because he's like, all I got to do is do this. I'm getting paid, blah, blah, blah. But he's not really seeing everything else that's happening. Now the scope has come has gone in on him a lot more. And he's like, dang, like everybody looking at me and is making me question you because everybody looking at me because of you.
But standing all over top of Unc and talking too much rubs niggas the wrong way. The reason why we liked Unc, though, it was very important for you to understand. He reminded us of somebody in our family. Somebody like his drink. somebody that know how to cook, somebody know how to cuss somebody out. He reminded us of our uncle.
Yes, and that is so important. Nick don't have an uncle like that in his family. He don't understand it. Of course, there are probably people like pulling him every which way, in every direction, trying to get him to do certain things and I think that Nick was good with helping him keep a high profile. And sometimes you need to do that because you see what happened to what was that boy that made that song? Hey, bow, drop a love. If you were bad, you shaking, you were savage. Another one like DJ Khaled. You remember him? He didn't have nobody protecting his brand, and he flopped very, very hard. And a lot of us, like myself, other people did not think the same, but I think he's very talented. And I think he probably could have went a lot further than he did, but he started going on every podcast, making a fool out of himself, talking too much. I think Nick is smart in that way where he can protect the Smokehouse brand, and if he's protecting the Smokehouse brand, he's able to protect the brand of Unc because he understands how much money he could be making in this. I think that if Walter was doing this on his own, he would probably be a little bit too free. He'd probably be doing a lot of different things that he probably don't have to do. They would have this man on Pop the Balloon. Do you understand me? He would be he would be out here acting like Charleston White, thirsty and everywhere. They would have him on Pop the Balloon. He would be on like 20v1. And they will get, I promise you, they will get 20 old ladies trying to get with Walt if he didn't have somebody managing his brand and his business. But this is a double-edged sword because he still has to be connected with the people that made him famous, the people that are watching him, the people that connect with him. You know what I mean? The people, Nick's people, they don't understand it. They're not connecting with him on the same soul level that all of us are connecting with him. Let's finish. I like her.
But there's another uncle that we don't fuck with. One that has caused problems for our people for a long time. And I'm not calling him that particular uncle, but when we saw him defend you and not be able to see what we saw, it confused us. Because the one thing we are is an authentic people. You know that. That's why you use them for your restaurant. We also hear him saying the same thing, that they're owners and this, that, and the third. But we know it's like it's both of ours. It's just more mine. We understand what's going on. There is all possibility that you took this man out from his situation and made it better. And for that, you were enriched. But the need to keep talking about Keith Lee and what Keith Lee would have saw had you known show that, like we already see, that you be missing the mark. In the words of the beautiful Alondria, we saw the videos, we saw the messages, we just not fucking with it.
And that's one thing about it. Of course, Nick knows who Keith Lee is. Everybody knows who Keith Lee is. He don't understand that the way that he has tried to engage with the situation and Keith Lee is making him look bad to us. We're not really his market. You know what I mean? Like online in social media, we're his market. That restaurant is in Marietta, California. I do not know where Marietta, California is. I don't plan to go to Marietta, California. You know what I mean? I don't know where is it? How far is it from Los Angeles? That's the only place that Los Angeles, San Francisco, San Diego, how far is it from those places? It might be pretty far. I don't know. We're not his market. The people that live out in Marietta, California, they're probably all white. Oh, you know what? I know it's 2 hours away. It's 2 hours away because I watched, you know what? We're gonna watch a little bit of that too. Because I found this to be very interesting. Because I watched this after the Keith Lee after I saw the Keith Lee review of it, because I think it might have just showed up on my feed or whatever. So let's say Keith, no. Who was it? Latry Guy. Yes. I know it's LA Try Guy, but I'm gonna say Latry Guy.
Make lunch with me while I tell you all the things I do not do with my money and why you might be struggling because of that. The first thing that shocks.
What's going on, people? It's another beautiful day in the city, man. Today we are driving 2 hours to try what's considered some of the best barbecue in Southern California, according to this guy.
The best.
That's what he said. That's what Cuzzo said. Now, Cam has tried this place before. God damn! Who calling you right now?
Oh, that was Siri just saying, hey, the 2 hours is worth it.
Up on the seat of my big black jacked up truck, rolling on 35s. Pretty girl by my side. Hey. What you got here? What's you got? A whole bag.
Just some stuff, just in case I need it.
In the atmosphere.
Oh wait, you got some vocals on you.
You know,
okay.
Son. I pull it out for Jackie. You know what I mean? It smells amazing. The smell that's hitting my nostrils right now. I think we're about to be in for a really good time. Here you go.
Look at that.
This is a nice location too, by the way.
How are you? Hi. Nice to meet you, Jackie.
What's up, Mr. Nick? How you doing? Yes, indeed. Look.
There's the man of the hour right there.
Oh man, look. My cousin's been telling me that y'all got the best barbecue he's ever had in his life. I done drove 2 hours to come out here. Me and Jackie done drove 2 hours to come out here. See what's going on, man.
Hi,
Drive was
I'm
okay.
Jackie.
This is the man of the hour right there.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
So how you doing, brother?
Man, you know I'm trying to hang out like wet clothes.
Oh, hold on. Talk about. Wait a minute. Talk about. My man. Look, I've been seeing you all on the internet, all on the.
First of all, you see how he's dressed. He's not working there. And it's clear that Jackie, I don't watch her content, but obviously she's a food critic. She's beautiful. I think she's the one that reached out, because that's, in my opinion, that's the proper thing to do. If you're going to try to do something like this, you probably need to reach out to the establishment to make sure that it's even feasible for you to be able to do something like this. I'm sure they told her the perfect time to come. They probably came early in the morning, right when they first opened up for lunch. And they were able to accommodate them in the way that they probably wanted to showcase how their food is. In the way that they do it on this particular review is very reminiscent to other reviews that I've seen of the restaurant. Like, they put the platter in front or whatever, you know what I mean? They give them all types of different things to try. And I've seen this many times with I've seen it a lot. So in my opinion, the way that Keith Lee did things, it was not helpful. It wasn't conducive to their business. Of course, this is the way Keith Lee want to do it, because this is how he always does it. That doesn't mean that you're going to be able to see Unc just because you showed up. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you sent somebody else to get the food. You ate the food. Then you want to come in and say, "Oh, I'm here. I want to see Unc." You don't know how those people run their business. And obviously, he was already doing another podcast. So you weren't a priority in that moment, because you came unannounced. You know what I mean? So unfortunately for Keith Lee, he was not able to meet Unc in that moment. But I think what they did, they let them know beforehand that they were coming. And that was why they had a better experience. This was actually like a really good review of the food in the restaurant, in my opinion.
Well, shaking oxtail, our bones and stuff, man. Is it that good?
Hey, man, where you at? Tendernism.
Tendernism. Tendernism. Put that right there.
Tendernism. Smokehouse either.
Destination. I heard that.
In the southern part.
The place to be.
Yeah, watch the Tendernism come out.
That way.
And hit you.
Just like that.
You can take all your tickets and put them in the car. Hey, y'all think I'm playing right now.
No, we know you ain't no joke. No joke, brother.
I mean, that's why we 2 hour drive.
Me and Jackie, we're excited to be here. We got to know, when you come to Destination Smokehouse, what do you have to try?
All right, so it's a little bit of everything. Brisket for sure, oxtail, everybody comes here.
Look at him looking like Suge Knight. Welcome to Death Row.
Our pork ribs are phenomenal. Our pastrami and our smoked turkey. I know I said a lot, but you have to try everything. It's a good reason for you to come back if you don't get everything the first time. But you got to
everyththing can't be good. Everything.
Well,
everything goes fly.
I want your opinion.
All right, you know I'm gonna give you the real, man.
Yeah, no, I know.
I'm gonna give you the real, brother. Oh.
Come on.
That's it right there.
Yeah, come on.
Hold on now. Look, we just this is you right here.
We
just walked in.
Talking about, we just walked in. The uncle's already talking about you gotta try. What's this right here?
No, you know what that is? The black diamond.
The black diamond.
Yeah, man, look here. You gotta quit looking at this and get busy.
Oh my God. Hey, we gotta get busy for real, man.
Y'all gotta take this.
Where you from, man?
Man, I'm just right here. I'm in Destination part of town, New Orleans.
You from New Orleans? Okay.
Y'all don't joke 2 hours.
Hold on. Hey, you know my stomach touching my back right now, for real. Well, I'll let Jackie do the honors. I'll let Jackie do the honors.
Once I touch, it's gonna fall apart, right?
I know, right?
Oh wait, actually, there we go.
It's got the perfect amount of pull, right? God, man. He already bringing samples and stuff. What is going on?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I just want to make sure.
The Prince of the Lord is here.
That's
The Prince of the Lord is here.
The Spirit of the Lord is here. The Spirit of the Lord is here. I can feel it in the atmosphere. Hold on. The Spirit of the Lord.
Not yet, honey. Okay, I'll let you know. So yeah, this is how Black folks act.
wow, that's amazing. That's just a
Hey, that's a flavor right there.
More.
That's a flavor right there, buddy. Hey, we might be related, man. Me and you might be related. We looking like a little bit though. No, you think we make a couple me and her?
Yeah, because the bone naked, so you might as well, man.
Hey.
Wait. What does that have to do with anything? I'm nervous. What does that mean?
If you know, you know.
Anyways, it seems like they had a great experience with Unc, and I love that for them because I like them.
No.
Well, if you don't know now, you know.
It's gonna be though.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
I like him. Hey, we done walked in here and they already turning us up. We on 10. I done cleaned this bone, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. This oxtail might be some of the best oxtail I've ever had outside of Jamaican culture. Like the seasonings, the flavor, the smoke, the tenderness, everything about this is amazing. I would gladly drive 4 hours for this oxtail alone, and I just had a little taste of it right now.
You know when you put something wow, I'm gonna say this in another way that's more not rated R.
Okay.
When you take a bite of something for the first time and you kind of like black out, that's what happened to me. I took a bite and I needed to take this second. I was like, everyone's dancing, everyone was talking. I was like, everybody shut up. Let me enjoy this bite for a second because it was so good.
Yo, a big platter of goodness gracious. God dang.
Yo.
My man.
Yo, stop.
This is insane. Come here, man. What's your name again, bro? Nick. Come here, Nick. Tell me what's on this platter, dog. Okay. What is this? Oh, all right. All good.
So starts out with a lot of our classics. We have our smoked oxtail, our smoked brisket, our dino beef rib, and our pork ribs, and our smoked turkey. The other stuff.
Now, everything that he just named are the recipes that Walt brought to the restaurant. Walt wanted it to be Texas style barbecue.
That we do this more California style barbecue. We have a smoked burger here with pastrami, sliced pastrami on top. These are our street tacos, pork belly tacos, cilantro, onion, avocado crema. These are our sides. We got some yams, mac, beans, coleslaw.
Hear that? Nick said this is our California style barbecue. So they have, if you saw in the first video, Walt was making a comment about it. And it was pretty much about how they bump heads about what type of barbecue they wanted to serve at the restaurant. And I think the Texas style barbecue might be the star. All of this food look good. I would love to try it, obviously, but I'm not going to Marietta. We'll just watch Walt online and pray for him. We are going to we are going to watch the faucet video. Ooh, it's 25 minutes long. How long have I been on here? I've been on here for an hour and nobody is in the YouTube chat. Can you please go on YouTube and join the conversation? Like, share, subscribe to my channel, Black America the Beautiful. I really want to start doing other content, but for now, I'm just going to be doing the lives every single day. I want to do other content, but I feel like I need to make sure that I'm consistent and that people know that I'm even here. So for the time being, we're going to be here every day, maybe around 3:30. That's Asr. So I would like to be able to pray first, but it's like the best time for the day because that's after I pick up a scene from school. So yeah, it'll probably be around Asr every day that we're here. Well, every day for now. Until the time goes back. Maybe until around Ramadan. So yeah, let's go ahead and watch this faucet video. It's 25 minutes long. We can watch. It kind of like summarizes like all the videos that I've seen. I thought this was the best one that I've seen, summarizing the situation. So I will give it a like. I'm not monetized, so he can't come at me. So what you want to do?
What if I told you that the internet that makes people famous can make people, or it can break people? Keith Lee was in California doing his regular food reviews. You know, he's a good brother. Like he's always in a giving spirit. So he goes to California to check out the restaurant that's been made viral by Unc. You know, Unc with the tendernism. You know, he gets some oxtails or he gets some ribs, and he puts them up there and they fall off the bone.
Look, I told you, destination, one in the nation. That's what we do down here. I don't think we playing though. See this brisket here? I'm trying telling y'all about tendernism.
Keith Lee wants to experience this for himself. But let me just tell you, like, a lot of times you have people that will take advantage of people with a little motion. And let's just say Unc with the tendernism got the motion. But let's see what Keith Lee's review was like. And we'll see the squandering of a golden opportunity. This video has been liked 1.3 million times.
Me and my family are currently in Marietta, California. And this, in my opinion, is the most anticipated video I've ever done. In my hand is food from Destination Smokehouse, Unc with the tenderism. My whole mission today, to see, in my opinion, is the food actually tenderism, or do I just love watching Unc? Let's find out together. I got it. Let's try it and rate 1 through 10. We spent 100.
He always gets that wrong. It's actually tendernism.
And $29.77. The customer service my family said was very good. This food was quick. It only took us 10 minutes to get it. And Unc is here, but Unc walk around with 4 different security guards, which I can't understand because people probably bombarding him nonstop. So I'm gonna show you the got, and we're gonna try it and rate 1 through 10. Holiday yams, mac and cheese, coleslaw, 2 orders of Texas toast, 4 sides of barbecue sauce.
No more review.
Plate. I got a beef rib, some oxtail, and some brisket. We're gonna start with what I came here for. That beef rib. I didn't touch it. I didn't do nothing. This is how it came. To me,
I can't lie. I love some beef ribs. Not everybody even has them. And if you find a place that does them well, keep them close. You know what I'm saying? Beef ribs are A1.
It looked like it's sliced. It looked like they slit it straight down the back. So when I pick it up,
It's already on.
Oh, so that's a little bit of the stagecraft, you know, because he picks it up and it falls off the bone, right?
that's what happened. I'm gonna pick it up and see if it falls off the bone. Well, ain't no bone in here. I'm gonna just see if it falls apart.
All right.
It do not.
It do not.
Oh, yeah.
This thing ain't going nowhere.
Is that exposing them for false advertisement? I mean, Unc is serious about the meat falling off the bone.
Oh, yeah.
This thing ain't going nowhere. The most important is how it tastes.
Well, that is the most important.
It's very smoky. I think it could definitely be more salt added to this. But right now, I just taste smoke and a lot of peppercorns, which is a very good plus. It's juicy. You see all of my beard. It's all on my lips. It's up there.
Pour that sauce on there.
That barbecue sauce is sweet. And I think exactly that's what it needs. Again, a little more salt will take this a long way. But as is, I'm at a 7.5 out of 10. This might be the
pretty good.
That we were talking
pretty
about.
good.
This out too.
Oh, that one fell off the bone. Yeah.
It's tender now. Now that's tender.
That's tendernism.
Where's that?
Now, if I had glasses, I'm throwing the glasses on the floor. That is delicious. Fantastic, man. Actually, tender, juicy, peppery, smoky, salty. That might be the best oxtail I've ever had. It's top 3 and it ain't 3. I'm supposed to be tasting.
All right.
I'm on my 3rd bite.
Means 1 or 2.
Delicious. For me, personally, 9.7 out of 10.
All right.
It's the peppery. And this is tender.
Okay.
9.5.
All right. That's a high review.
It ain't going nowhere. Oh, there.
That's the brisket.
Pull action. This is extremely over-seasoned, in my opinion, when it comes to not only a sodium level, but also a flavor level. That's a decent brisket, in my opinion. 6.5 out of 10. This nigga from Texas.
You can't win them all. You know what I'm saying? I think that oxtail review is worth its weight in gold.
I got somebody from Texas with me.
That's a juice.
Try barbecue. Texas got some good barbecue.
You smoking?
This mac and cheese. I don't know if this is oil or if this is a light one, but
Better start separating from the noodle.
Yeah, that looks pretty good.
The cheese is completely separated and almost curdled. I don't know what.
I might be in the minority, but I don't really mind the cheese separating from the oil on my macaroni and cheese.
What noodle that is? This is a noodle. I'm not a fan of that at all. This thing am.
All right.
Sweet, cinnamon, a lot of spices and flavors. 8 out of 10. For me, the standout was absolutely oxtail. But past oxtail, the standout is unk. Not only in my opinion is it extremely hard to get people engaged like that, to show your true personality,
That's
to
right.
be yourself, no matter how fast things take off in the space. I don't think he intended for it to go the way.
He said, we went in to have a conversation with Unk to leave him a $5,000 tip plus $1,000 to pay for anybody in line, which I think it was $4,000 tip he had plus the $1,000 because he went and took $5,000 out.
It is going. I think he just wants to show his love of food and his love of what it is that he's doing. I'm personally taking $5,000 out of my own bank, and we going to say happy holidays to Unk.
But it didn't go as planned.
So, update. We could not get to Unk. Security said it was over with for the day. They said he was filming something. I believe he was filming a podcast. We had $5,000 in cash, or $4,000 in cash that we was going to give him a hand. They didn't take it, so we're not only going to take this money and feed some people, but we just going to do what we feel like we're supposed to do in the community. As always, after this, I pray and hope that they continue to reach their target audience. God bless you. Have an amazing day. I'll be safe. Me and my family are currently in Marietta, California.
So there you have it. So Keith Lee, with over, what is he now? 17.4 million followers on TikTok, comes to your establishment to reach out to your most famous, most viral person, Unk. And somehow the message didn't get through to them. Somebody at the front did not know who Keith Lee was, obviously, and restricted access because Unk is busy. Unk is doing a podcast right now. Unk is the most popular thing in Marietta, California.
Or maybe they felt like playing in Keith Lee's face a little bit, because who doesn't know who Keith Lee is? If you work for a restaurant or if you work in a restaurant, you have to know who Keith Lee is. Come on now. Even if you don't have TikTok, there's people in the restaurant that probably have shown you. Like, I don't believe that nobody there knew who Keith Lee was. That don't make no sense. I feel like they wanted to play in his face a little bit.
We got to restrict access to Unk. So somebody's overzealous security guard stopped Unk from receiving a $4,000 tip for being the spokesperson. Because I think a lot of people mistook. They thought Unk actually owned the restaurant. The Destination Smokehouse is actually owned by somebody else, not Unk. Unk is a paid spokesperson, which, you know, in normal businesses, that's not even like a thing. But, you know, it's like Bruh's Barbecue on Friday After Next was owned by John Witherspoon, Pops and Unk. I guess that was Pops and Unk too. But either way, like,
man, that dinosaur rib, that thing looks so good. I want one badly.
So Bruh's Barbecue, you going down there, you're going to see them, right? To support them. Unfortunately, Unk, in this case, does not own Destination Barbecue. And I think people figured that out and they were a little disappointed. But Keith Lee's going there to show his support for Unk in particular, because we don't know what Unk is getting paid. We don't know if he's being taken advantage of. You know, obviously he is the business right now. And we just want him to be looked out for, you know. So on the left is the owner of Destination Smokehouse, and on the right is Unk, right? They had to respond to Keith Lee because the press was so bad that, you know, they weren't able to get to Keith Lee, and the fact that he did the review without them, without their knowledge now they feel some kind of way. And so this guy right here actually is the owner of Destination Smokehouse. Let's hear what they had to say.
If I would have known he was here, I would have probably asked Edie to stop for a few seconds so we could go over there. That's what I would have done. But ever since I reached out.
That's one of the biggest problems I have with that. I would have told him, he's the one puppeteering everything. He's puppeteering everything. He says, if I would have known Keith Lee was here, I would have asked them to stop, meaning the people doing the podcast, and we would have went over there. He wasn't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Nobody was trying to come see you. So you need to stay in your place and let Unk go see Keith Lee. That's the problem. I wouldn't go so far like he's treating Unk like a slave, but he's treating Unk like he is his asset in a way that he feels like he has to always be in the mix and can't nobody talk to him unless he's present. That's what it's feeling like for me.
Out there, I've gotten zero response. I thought I was very respectful.
And then he's talking about he reached out to Keith Lee and he didn't get any response. Why would you get any response from Keith Lee when he didn't come to see you? He don't care about you. This whole thing was about Unk. He wanted to see Unk. I think the problem is Keith Lee was trying to sneak up on him and do the thing that he always does, but that just does not work for them because they already had plans and they already had things that they were doing. But I think Unc need to talk to him and let him know what's really going on, because he's the one messing up the business.
From what I've watched from the review, it just didn't seem like he really captured what it's like when you come to this place. It's just disappointing that it's popular.
So now you listen to the full review. I played the full review for you. But somehow this guy who, first off, ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. Like, let me just say that. Nobody came to see this owner. But now he's mad at the review that Keith Lee gave the place. Talk about looking a gift horse in the mouth. And Unc is sitting there not saying anything, you know, like he needs to.
But you also see, like, in him, his need to control everything. He's trying to control every variable in the situation. Like, he's trying to control Unc and where Unc is. He's trying to control Keith Lee and what he has access to in order to give the perfect review that he feels like he should have gotten. You know what I mean? The fact that Keith Lee didn't make himself known until after he did the review, or until after he had already gotten the food and you know, and decided what he was going to like. I think he feels a way about that because he wasn't able to control that part of the interaction, or the lack thereof.
Keep this quiet. Now, you don't want to mess up Unc's situation. Obviously, Unc's got a good situation for where he's at. But now the owner is coming in and showing the true motivation behind Unc with the tendernism.
As people can be on social media, people don't know everybody. Sorry, brother.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, look here.
Yeah, let him talk.
That's what we need to do in this podcast. He's sitting in with us. Then that way we can clear all this stuff up. Like I am in.
Mind you, that's what they were doing when Keith Lee came. They got this man working on a podcast. They got him doing social media videos. Like, they are putting Unc to work in a way that we probably haven't seen since Joe Jackson. So now they over there cracking the whip on Unc, missing out on thousands of dollars of people coming in and a great review of the restaurant. So I rightfully so, this is leaving a bad taste in people's mouth, no pun intended, about Destination Smokehouse.
Since a little older than a little bit, not much now. And so, you know, hey, I want to get it in over. Let don't be candy coated. Let's just sit down, gentleman conversation, you know, drink some Kool-Aid or something.
Keith Lee is on the move constantly. He ain't got time to come back and do this podcast now. He ain't got time, which I don't even know where this podcast exists. Is it on iTunes?
And again, they're trying to control the whole situation, and Keith Lee has his own method to doing things. So now they're trying to backtrack and be like, whoa, we need you to come back so we can do it our way, so we can, you know, clear all of this stuff up. And Keith Lee is already gone. That's how I am. Like, if it doesn't work out in the moment, I cannot backtrack and come back because I'm already onto something new. And has Keith Lee even said anything about this? If I was Keith Lee, I wouldn't say nothing about it. You had your chance. Bye.
You got a barbecue podcast? That's crazy. Yeah, we really in we in another time for sure.
And we need some oxtail.
Sorry, brother.
Hey, that's all right. Hey.
So yeah, so he realized he was overstepping his bounds and not letting Unc speak for himself. Unc needs to speak for himself.
Look, I told you, Destination, one in the nation. That what we do down here. I don't think we was playing though. See this brisket here? I'm trying to tell y'all about tendernism. So if it, boy, look here, this is tendernism.
That is clearly cut off the bone. Come on now. Whoever fell for that, that is clearly cut off the bone.
Where you at? I'm just down here. Look here. I just want to make sure everything's all right.
Oh yeah, push that one a little bit.
You see that?
Do that look like a plan? Just breathe down here. Look.
I love how he gets up. He gets up and take your glasses off. That's his trademark. That is his move. But rightfully so, I think people are kind of wondering about Unc's situation at Destination Smokehouse.
Let's get that mother, and the owner is jealous of Mr. Tendernism popularity.
Wow.
He don't like that Unc blew up on social media. He don't like that everybody thought that Smokehouse Destination was his restaurant.
By Unc.
He don't like that at all. It's to the point now, he try to make sure that he in the videos. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. Ain't nobody coming to see. Unc need to go ahead.
But like I said in the beginning, like, he was always in the videos. Like, he's been visible from the beginning. So this isn't new. I feel like now he's just trying to piggyback off of it even more because people, like he said, people think that own the restaurant. He's like, no, I own the restaurant. And that's where he's messing up, because usually the white owner would have allowed everybody to think that Walt was the owner so they could still keep getting their money. But sometimes people, their egos be too wrapped up in things and they just can't, leave well enough alone.
And sign with Death Row, because if you don't want an owner that's all up in your videos,
all in the videos,
you need to go somewhere else where you're gonna be appreciated.
So I'm gonna go to let's see, Oxtail first, my brother's favorite. Let's see. All right,
come on, man.
Hold on, let me see. Am I doing it right, Walt?
Man, look at here, man. Don't be trying to mess my oxtail.
See,
man,
my bad.
That's cold blood. Look, that's cold blood. See,
it came off.
I ain't worried about that.
Hold on, it's gotta taste good. Tendernism isn't about it being tender. It's gotta taste good too. That's what tendernism means.
No, that's not what it is.
I don't think this is a situation of not understanding where your bread is buttered. Like the fact that people responded to Unc, you should stick with the fact that Unc is there instead of trying to wedge yourself into the videos. Because I've seen a couple of those videos, and now the owner is trying to be more present in the videos. He's trying to get in there and, and try to mix it up. But Unc is the draw. You got to understand that and not try to jump in there and try to get your own shine off of it.
That's where you're gonna be appreciated. And then you even look at the podcast, whatever it was on, talking about Keith Lee. He said, if I knew Keith Lee was here, talking about the owner, he said, we would have stopped and went to see him. Keith Lee wasn't there to see you.
At all.
Keith Lee was there to see Unc. That's it. That's all. And maybe your employee, so he would have showed love to them. But he didn't come to see the owner. He came to see.
Well, he was trying to give the restaurant, the establishment, $1,000. So he's basically buying food for all the people that was coming up after him, probably. But sometimes, like I said, people can't see when they're being blessed. They can't.
And that's another thing. He didn't want Keith Lee to give the money to Walt. He wanted Keith Lee to give it to the staff in the restaurant. That's not your money. You can't tell what Walt should be able to do with it. You know what I mean? And you can't tell Keith Lee who do he need to give it to.
Understand where their bread is buttered. That Unc is really, really the draw here. We don't know anything about this Destination Smokehouse unless you just happen to be in California in that particular area.
Who we came to see. That's who we came. You're just trying to overly insert yourself.
Who we came to see, y'all?
In the goddamn program when we don't want you in the program. We get it. It's your restaurant and all that. You can appreciate it from afar. We don't want to be shaking hands with you, kissing babies with you. But yeah, like I said, the owner is jealous of Mr. Tendernism. And it's just that simple. I don't know how we don't even see it. We all see it. And Unc just sitting there without a word to say. Unc, speak up. Speak up. Blink.
This dude's a little intense with it. He's had other celebrities there. Desi Banks.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
See, look, a controlled environment with Desi Banks. They got the platter in front of him, just like he did with Jackie and the dude from the LA Try Guy. They were able to control the environment and show what they wanted to show in the way that they wanted to show it. This is what they wanted to put Keith Lee. This is what they wanted Keith Lee to do.
I tell you, it is. Are you listening? Did you see it?
See, that would be the experience that Keith Lee would want to have, is go there and be with Unc and pick up some meat, let it fall off the bone,
It's not the experience that Keith Lee wanted to have. Because if he did, he would have called ahead, made sure Unc was available, and he would have done it that way. But he did not do it that way. He wanted to do it his own way. And then when it's over, come and be like, "Hey, where's Unc?" And in my opinion, they were both, I wouldn't say wrong, but I think it's just a miscommunication. Everybody got their own way of doing things.
After doing the review. The Oxtail.
I don't know why people coming down there.
Got up and wanted.
And they asking us about the food.
Set him down. Yeah. Get low on him, huh? Get low on him.
They call this shit Tendernism. Don't hit in there.
Don't hit in there. Cut on.
Wait, I didn't even notice. Hold on. What is in that cup? What is in that cup? What is in this cup, Unc? It's clearly some red Kool-Aid. I wonder if they got red Kool-Aid on the menu. Come on, we're gonna check and see. Destination Smokehouse. It came up. Website. Oh, I hate when they just don't show you the menu anymore. Y'all not gonna show me the menu? And I hate these types of menus. So I don't know if they have Kool-Aid on the menu. They got a lot on the menu. Why y'all got waffles? Whew. The brisket is $35 a pound. The oxtail is $45 a pound. You gonna spend at least $200. You gonna spend at least $200. If you're trying to try everything. And me, I'm trying to try everything. Yeah, I don't see Kool-Aid on the menu, but it seems like I don't know. It seemed like Unc keeps a cup on him. What you think is in the cup? I think it might be some gin. What y'all think in the cup? I think it's gin. What? Hold on, let me see this. Are y'all even seeing my screen? We're gonna try it again. Because I got this message that says your browser has lost connection to your screen share audio. Whatever that means. Y'all not even in here to see if it's streaming or not. There's literally nobody in here. Like, share, and subscribe. Okay. Anyways, we're back at it. We're gonna finish this video so we can get up out of here.
Cut. I don't hear nothing there. Cut.
I don't hear nothing there. Cut it off.
And then, shake a little bit.
Slapped his, threw his glasses off.
I just want to see if they tender.
See, you got people at home doing their own tendernism now.
Tender ain't the word.
Ain't the word. Ain't the word.
Somebody need to find out if Tendernism need help over there, because they doing that man wrong. So Keith Lee went to see Tendernism. He went to see how good that...
See, now, it's almost like you remember the dude that they would call the Salt Bay, where he come over and just sprinkle some salt? Seemed like when you go to the restaurant, that's part of the experience now, is that you got Unc in the restaurant with you, watching you pull the meat.
Because if you look at them posts...
Falling off the bone. Look at him. Look at him. He's doing his dance. He's doing his move. It falling off the bone. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, Unc has 4 security guards now. You might not be able to catch Unc in the restaurant on a regular basis, but you got some...
Right now. This my partner, Nick, you my brother, you my 8-year-old home. We gonna keep it that way. Hey, we don't need no, look, don't hate on him. Don't hate on thing we trying to do.
I can take it. It's not about that.
Take that. Hey, look, hey, if you want to help something, send some good comments. You come down to Destination. It's in the southern part of California, City area. I'm talking about Destination, one in the nation. Then you'll understand. This young man helped. I forgot. As long as I live, I ain't gonna be over him. But however, let me tell y'all something. This guy helped. He got all my love.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm telling you from another side. I don't do no hugging no more. Okay, anyway, let me get this straight. Me and him, boy, we gonna ride the house like Roy road trip. I'm out of here.
Roy Rogers reference. Well, I mean, it seems that Unc has made his choice, and that's obvious here. He is loyal to the Destination Smokehouse, whatever that means. It just seems that, as someone in entertainment, I can see trends and how things have gone throughout history. For the longest time, Black people have become the engine, the builders of platforms, and then they're replaced. And that's what we don't want to see happen to Unc. We don't want to see Unc be the Black shows on WB or what was that other one? UPN, or Fox even. Fox is interesting story because people don't realize this about the Fox network.
One thing about I don't even really want to hear whatever else he has to say, but we'll listen to it. One thing about it is, does Unc have any children? That's what I've been wondering. Where are his children? Does he have a good relationship with them? Are they in his life? Because if Unc was my daddy, I would be all up in his business. There's no way that I wouldn't be putting a wedge in between these two people, because something in the milk ain't clean, but it seems like Unc is content with the way things are. And I don't blame him, because right now it seems like he may have it easy. Like, do you know how happy I would be if all I had to do was show up, be myself, and get paid? I think all people want that type of life. Just show up and say, hello, it's me. And you get your check. And then he's old too. So it's like he don't have to be sweating over no barbecue. All he got to do is say tendernism. And, I love it. I love it because I feel like he deserves it. He really deserves it. He should have this type of life. But there's just like this nagging thing in my ear that's like, something's going on. Anyways, even if Destination Smokehouse was his business and he was getting all the credit for it, whose legacy would that be? Where are his children? Where are his grandchildren? Are they in the picture? Do we know who they are? I don't know. Maybe that's the reason why he don't really care that much. He's just trying to get his money so he can live good before he dies. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. I want him to live that life. Ooh, but there is a but. There is a but. I was trying not to say but I can't say I trust Nick. I can't say I trust him. I just want to know how much money Unc made last year. If he didn't make $1 million last year, we might have to look into Nick.
In the early days of Fox, like, they couldn't really get a lot of momentum, so they started adding shows like Martin and Living Color, and all these shows that built that network to what it is today. And unfortunately, if we have to look back in hindsight, I mean, Fox in Living Color literally made the halftime show. They made something, a halftime celebration during the show. That's really when we got a halftime show on a regular basis with a big marquee name. But what we don't want to see is that, I think what people are responding to in this cultural moment is that we don't want to see Unc being used. I want to make sure that Unc is taken care of far after he's gone. Like, with as much...
But that's the thing, like, we don't even know who he would be taking care of after he's gone. Like, we don't know if he has family. And we all want him to be taken care of. It looks like he's being taken care of, honestly. He looked like he having a good old time. But I just don't want people to keep prying into it and it making him look bad at the end of the day, because it's making him look like he's helpless and he's able to be taken advantage of. Of course, he doesn't know the ins and outs of business, so he's probably losing a little bit of money, but the money that he could be losing is the peace of mind that he's probably getting throughout this whole situation.
With as much energy and attention that he's brought to that business, there should be an ownership stake in it. And I'm not saying, I'm not in Unc's financial business. I don't know exactly what's going on.
And that's the problem.
I would hate to see Unc be...
Shut up. They're talking... If they're saying that the financial business is straight, let it be that. Let them, if Unc is saying he's straight, let it be that. Stop saying, oh, I want to make sure this, no. Please just leave this man alone. Because the more that y'all make him look helpless and like he's being taken advantage of, y'all are ruining his brand. Y'all are going to make it difficult for him to make money. He's going to end up having to be back at the pit sweating over the barbecue again. Let him live the life that he's living. He's living a soft life at this point. All he has to do is jet set. He's going here, he's going there. He's doing interviews. He's being elevated. Leave it at that. Leave it at that.
being used as a mascot. You know, the mascot has no interest in the team going forward. He has no financial interest in doing whatever.
And sometimes that is fine. If he wants to be the mascot, let him be the mascot. Some people don't want to be all in the inner workings of certain things. They don't want to know if Unc really had like a huge stake in this business, he would have to know all the financials. He'd have to know about payroll. He'd have to know about distributors. He'd have to really have his hand in everything. This man is old. Do you know how many people 70 and up are still working? You can, every time I go to the Target by my ballet studio, it's this old Black lady working there. She got to be at least 70 years old. This lady, and the crazy thing is she's a cashier, and she's always the only cashier. They have the self-checkouts open, and she's the only cashier. That lady should not be working. Not only should she not be working, she should not be standing up checking people out all day. That is wrong. I feel like that is abuse. That is abuse. And we have this person, we have Walter having the opportunity to be able to make the money he wants, have the fame that he wants, and all he has to do is be himself. And everybody is questioning it. And I understand why everybody's questioning it, because we want him to be safe. We want to make sure he's doing well. But I've seen this happen before. Like, y'all start being too concerned, and it starts tearing down that person. The concern starts tearing them down, and then his brand is all the way in the trash. Let's let him be content. If he's straight, then he's straight. Let it be.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure Unc has a family, probably some kids somewhere. His family should be taken care of this business as well. You all should, in some ways, become partners, because his social.
And that's, like I said, we don't know if he has family. This man could have been a vagabond his whole life, and all he did was just work. He moved from place to place. He said he's from New Orleans. How he ended up in Marietta, California?
Media virality and bringing all these people, all these celebrities that you see stopping in there, should be worth something. And that's what we want to make sure of with Unc. I want to make sure Unc is taken care of, no matter what, what you think about this business. And, like I said, it's not a sanctioned business. There's no unions support. But I mean, if Unc isn't able to get some part, if Unc isn't taken care of, I would expect Unc to branch off and start his own place. He could still be a spokesperson for Destination Smokehouse, but Unc is that.
And like I said, this man, he looked like he about 80 years old. Who's trying to start a business? Who's trying to start a business that late? Now, what he could do, and that's what, like I said earlier in the show, that there's a lawyer that is trying to trademark tendernism on his behalf, which is a great idea. And if he did that, he could, build the tendernism brand, and maybe he could franchise. I wonder if there's like a copyright on his recipes, because if Walt was my dad, that's what I would have did. Trademark tendernism. We would sell the idea, the whole business. We'll have a whole franchise, tendernism franchise, and all of his ideas and all that stuff will be copyrighted. It'll be sold through the franchise. That's what we would be doing. He'd have all his own merch. He'll do his appearances. He'll do appearances at the tendernism restaurants. That's what it would be. But I don't really think it's sounding like he ain't got no family, and it's seeming like they don't really want to get into all of it, and that's fine. I feel like the people that want to start businesses should start businesses, and the people that don't, just be happy with the way that their lives are. They don't have to worry about all the extra stuff. And at the end of, and like I said, with tendernism being a franchise, all Walt got to do is still do the same thing that he's doing. You can put the pressure and all that on the people, the franchisees. But I think Nick is going to be the one franchising Destination Smokehouse. And it will be a smart thing for him to put one in Atlanta, Not just because I want to go, but it would be smart for him to put it in Atlanta because this is where all the black folks are. That Destination Smokehouse in Atlanta would be so packed. It'll be a line wrapped around the building.
That popular right now. The potential for having him with his own restaurant is way higher. And that's why I think the price of some type of ownership stake for Unc is a small price to pay to not have to deal with him as the competition. I don't know how big Marietta is, Marietta, California, but is there space for competition? So Unc might go to the big leagues and move to LA or something, or San Diego, whatever is closest. But we don't know. So that's all I would say about this. I want to see Unc being taken care of, and I want to.
All right, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. It's too much speculation, and I get it. I get the speculation, but I also, like I said, I don't want to be too far up in Unc's business because I think it's kind of taking away some of his agency, and it's kind of making him look helpless. And I don't think that's fair. If he says that he has things under control, then he has things under control. We don't need to keep trying to pry and look up underneath the rug and see what's really going on. And on that note, thank you all for coming. Please, everyone that is in this live, go and subscribe to my channel, like the video. There's not going to be a stream tomorrow because it is Pickle's birthday. She's turning 4. And I don't know what we're going to do tomorrow for her. But I don't think I'll be able to go live. But we will go live for Friday. And it's going to be a free show. I think we're just going to talk about a lot of things that I've seen on social media and some funny stuff. We'll probably just watch a bunch of TikTok videos and stuff like that. And we'll be back again on Monday with an actual topic. So again, thank you all for joining me, and I will see y'all in the tweets. Assalamu alaikum. Uh-oh.